What's going on, it's the RapNerd? I just got out of seeing Nobody 2. This is a direct sequel to the first Nobody, and in this movie, Hutch is back doing what he does best, and it's taking a lot of time away from his family. So, to repay them back, he plans a trip to an amusement park / resort that he used to visit as a kid, thinking that he's going to find some peace and family fun, but lo and behold, he finds himself in yet another position of ass kickery. It is an absolute blast. If you've seen the trailer, it gives you exactly what you see there, but just in an hour and a half format. As a matter of fact, this movie's not even an hour and a half, it's like an hour and 20. So it is really fast paced. It hits the ground running. It doesn't take a lot of time explaining, because if you're watching this sequel, that means you watched the first one and you're already aware of what this world encapsulates. So that was a real big plus for me. I'm really glad that we didn't waste any time. This movie is just fun. It's almost reminds me of National Lampoon's Vacation when they go to Wally World, but just an action version of it. It's definitely more comedic than the first one, because you know, the first movie, his family doesn't know what he's doing, and hell, we as the audience don't really know exactly like what his background is and what he's fully capable of until we get into that movie and see like, yeah, this dude is a killing machine who is pretty much unstoppable. Even though he does get hurt, he finds his way at the, you know, victory post. But here, since we know that as an audience and the family knows that, they lean on it really, really hard, and it makes for some funny situations. Like, for instance, if you've seen the trailer, I'm gonna reference that again. When he first snaps in the arcade, you're like, okay, we know what's gonna go down. But the difference here is his initial snap, I feel like, is not his fault, because any father and husband in that position, that's what I imagine it would be like if you saw something take place. Guy smacks his daughter in the head and everything just goes slow motion, and he's just like, oh, you done fucked up now. And it's such a funny situation because there are a lot of things like that. You know, they're going on different rides and Hutch has to take on some opponents, so he'll send his family off on a boat ride like, all right guys, you go ahead and enjoy it, I'll catch up with you, knowing dang well he has to take care of business. So there's a lot of that in this movie. And a great addition to this cast is Christopher Lloyd, you know, playing Hutch's father. And he was in the first movie, but of course he was a lot more senile and just chill. Here he reminds me of Uncle Fester. He's walking around, having fun, playing with the kids, doing a whole bunch of physical stuff that he was not doing in the first one, just from a characteristic standpoint opposed to the action. So I really liked him being in the movie because it added another layer of fun. And of course, this is an action movie, and we came to see action, and that is top-notch yet again. The people at 87 North just know how to direct action sequences, keep them engaging, and just do some inventive things within the worlds that they set. Because I won't say there's nothing you've never seen here, but it's just cool to see it done in different spaces. There are a lot of one-track takes from the perspective of somebody watching Hutch fight, and the camera kind of moves as they look, and it just really puts you there in the fight. And also, a lot of the stakes and fight elements are amped up because of the scene and setting that we're in. If you've seen the trailer, again, I'm just gotta put that there because it's not spoiling. It's out there. It's in the first trailer, as a matter of fact. The third act happening in an amusement park is just so much fun, and I can tell that the people who did the choreography were having just as much fun planning it out as they were performing it. And yet again, this is another movie in 2025 that kind of combines genres, because this does feel like a family vacation movie. They don't ignore that aspect of it at all. Even more so that you're actually having fun with the family, and then something quickly reminds you that we're in an underworld where shit is going to get broken up, and it kind of makes you be like, damn, can you just let them have a little fun? Why do we have to do this? But I still want to see you do it. Rizzo also shows up in here for a great action sequence that I really, really enjoyed. There's a certain item that's being used that I just love seeing in choreographed fights that I won't reveal. And I also do like that the story gives you a couple twists and turns, so it's not exactly like the first one. Like, when things start happening, it does lead you a certain way, but once you get to that point, it changes shape and goes another direction, really speaking to Hutch's character, and I like that a lot. So all in all, this was a very fun time and a great send-off to summer, and one that I'm gonna rewatch annually around the summer because it just really captures that family vacation summer vibe and fits in with movies that aren't as family friendly but still can provide that in such an R-rated action type film, because this movie is very violent. So if you think you're gonna watch this with kids, don't do it. So if you've seen Nobody 2, let me know in the comments what you thought about the film. Where do you rank both of them? I'm still having trouble because they are two different types of films, and even with the tonality, I haven't decided yet. But if you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe, and if you already are subscribed, thank you. And until next time, peace. RapNerd Productions, no capping, that's word to mommy. Instead of banking on it, now rapping is just a hobby.